Hello everybody, how you doing? This is David Walker, tuning in to you again. It's late, it's after 10, almost 11 o'clock. I've had a long day, but I'm okay. Thank God. I'm alright. Yeah. No, seriously, I like to apologize. My face is looking all shiny. I came in and I've just been doing things. I've been doing things, had all these ideas. I sat and I networked with one of the students there today at school, and really inspired me. And I've been working around a lot of the information that she passed on to me today. So I'm just here. I'm here. I'm just at my desk. I've prepared myself for tomorrow, life spare all being well. I created a to-do list for tomorrow, and you know, I have all these ideas, so I have so much drive, so much potential. It's just, there's it's being more built on, and I'm pushing. I am a success story. I have already inspired millions of people. I have already inspired millions of people. I am a success story. I have an affirmation. I've one of the two affirmations hanging on my wall. One of the lines reads that I have already walked across the stage and I have already earned my degree. I am a success story. I have already inspired millions of people. I am capable, intelligent, resourceful, healthy, and wealthy. One of the lines from my affirmation reads, and as you can see behind me, I have another one there in the distance next to my calendar, and one of my potential portraits, pockets of information, pockets of motivation, where I'm going to hang or maybe write or inscribe something in that little area there. So when I'm, there isn't a place or a region where I look when I'm inside of this room here that I don't gaze off and I don't see something positive, something that reinforces my goal, that always keeps my tank topped off so I never run out of fuel. I'm on the road of life. I'm on the road to success. I have achieved so much, but there's so much more. There's so much more for me to achieve. And I don't ever want to run out of steam. I don't ever want to run out of fuel. I'm going. I'm on a road trip. I'm on a road trip, y'all. And I never want to run out of gas. I don't ever want to, nothing. I have my goals, and when I get there, my goals are well within my reach, well within my grasp. You know what I do? I shift my eyes, and I shift my mind, and I shift my vision to a new set of goals, because I'm about to grab it anyway. And I reshift the goal to something more, to the next thing. There's nothing wrong with just, living your life and things of that nature, but you have to have these goals. I was sitting down with my daughter yesterday. I was bringing her back to her mother's, and, I was instilling all these things in her because I want her young, fresh mind to grasp these concepts at such an early age, because it's food for the soul, so to speak, as they say. And I have no shame in saying that other people, other parents, from other cultures, we're all one human race, but other cultures, there isn't a doubt in my mind. There are other parents from other cultures teach and instill these things in their children. Like, just follow me here for a second. And I'm tossing out this caveat before I even begin. I'm just letting you all know that this is not an ugly statement. I'm not a bigot. I'm not a prejudiced person or any of that nonsense there. But this is just as a point of reference that I'm drawing. Many white people, white Americans specifically, okay, there really isn't much that they need to tell their children. I mean, just for a moment here, just venture with me, follow me for a moment, and just follow me, okay? If I go too far, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to constructive criticism. I'm all about transparency. Let's start a discussion. If I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. But for a lot of white people, they look around and they see images of themselves embodied in success. They are the personification, their image is the personification of success. So there isn't much that many parents, white parents, need to drive into their children to be successful. They look around, well, there I am again on television. Oh, there I am again in that magazine. Oh, there I am again in that television series. There I am again on the silver screen. Oh, there I am again in the White House. Man, I'm everywhere. Everywhere there's power, there I am. There isn't much that needs to be done. There isn't much that needs to be said. There isn't that much of a struggle for many white parents to instill a good sense of self-worth, instill positive or reinforce strong self-image or self-love. There isn't much of that. They don't have much work to do. Many of their ancestors ensured that. But moving forward, because I don't want to digress here too far off topic, I just wanted to be said that it is abundantly imperative that we as parents, in operating in whatever capacity you're operating in, if you are a parent and you love your child and things are tough, but just be the best you possibly can for your child, because they grow up, and you want to set a good example for them. So with that being said, I surround myself with nothing but positive affirmations and positive thoughts and things of that nature, because I never want to feel low. And I pass these things down. I pass these concepts, these positive concepts, these constructive concepts to my daughter, to my child, and every person that I encounter, but most specifically, I really tailor fit it, and really personalize it. Like God would do when he's creating a tropical bird. I heard a pastor say that he was observing a beautiful tropical bird, and the bird was so beautiful. It was almost like in his mind that God took his time to personally just craft that bird and paint that bird and ornately place the feathers of that bird in the right areas, in the right places. That is how beautiful that speaks to the volume of beauty in which he visualized or conceived his belief in God, on how beautiful that creature was. But that is how I feel when I'm speaking to my daughter. I intricately speak to her so that my words fall in the right place, because this is my child, and I want nothing but the very, very best for her. So I speak to her and I encourage her and I let her know, it's important to have a good, strong self-image, and how the supreme importance of education above everything else. The supreme importance of education. So I'm getting a notification that says if I leave the charger plugged in, it's gonna make my phone get hot, so I just unplugged it. So this is where we are. So, that affirmation behind me states, we move towards and we become like that which we think about. I got that out of the thought patterns for a successful career. That's the textbook. That's the name of the textbook for the personal development class that I took within the first semester of me going to college. Like I said to you earlier, this is season 4, or I'm heading into my 4th semester at college. I'm currently pursuing my associates in broadcasting, Associates of Science in Broadcasting. And it's been quite a journey. There's a lot of things I've been learning about myself, a lot of old habits that I've been tossing away, getting rid of, and it took a long time. It took me up to, and I thought that was a bad thing. And I was speaking to another student. She was like, "Oh no, you're fine." She's like, "I've crash landed so many times. I've been up, I've been down, I've been below ground." And she's like, "Oh no, you're doing excellent compared to me and compared to other people who I've met, other students that I've met who just completely given up and never looked back." She said, you're doing really well. And that made me feel really well. That made me feel really, really good. Because I want nothing but the very best for myself. And not step on anyone's toes or be rude or anything like that. But, I want nothing but the best. So, when I came in today, the meeting with the career services lady went really well. I let her know, hey, this is what I want. I want for you all to be able to schedule me at least 1 interview per day, 2 at the most, if not more. I have no problem because I'm really looking for work, and I was met with such profound positive feedback. She was like, "You're doing all the right things. You're singing all the right notes, and it's just going to take time. So just continue what you're doing." She's been doing a beautiful job of actually grooming me for the position that I'm looking for. She's been taking the time out of her time, taking the time out of her time to spend time and invest time into me. And I love that. That's beautiful. Beautiful black lady, beautiful black spirit, beautiful. I think more black people should be on board with uplifting each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna preach any pro-black anything. I'm just saying, we, especially within the intellectual community, it's like we're a hidden community. We're a minority within a minority. Like a Russian shell game, with the dolls. And you take one doll, and we're like so buried deep within the culture that we're such a minority. We have to look out for each other. Not to discard the rest of the culture, but specifically the intellectuals, those of us who have these respectable passions, not to be another hip-hop mogul or make another twerk song or none of that nonsense, but respectable passions, like truly create a business, a sustainable business, not a finite one, but a sustainable one in which we are the ones who have the authority within that industry in which we create, or that business in which we create, or that business in which we operate and function in. So we are a sacred community within the community. There's the religious sect, and that's another topic that I assure you I will be addressing later. But for the time being, we're going to keep it light. And I just want to inspire and encourage all of you, out there who are watching this, just to be encouraged, always be encouraged. I had a pastor many years ago, whenever he would speak with me, at the end of every conversation, he always said, be encouraged. And here I am passing it, paying it forward to you, to whoever you are, wherever you are listening to this or viewing this. Be encouraged, But, I was met with some good feedback from Career Services today. And she gave me some great information. Actually, on my way, when I ended the video blog today with you all, I gathered my belongings, I exited in my vehicle, and as I was approaching the building, I saw someone sitting down outside, and I struck a conversation. I said hello, I greeted the person. I didn't just want to walk by and just ignore the person who's sitting down like 5 feet away from the door. That's just plain rude. Just hello, how you doing? There's nothing wrong with that. And I end up striking a conversation just out of politeness. Hello, how you doing? Hey, how are you doing? She asked me, how am I doing? I said, I'm doing well. And I let her know about an encounter that I had with someone. And, it seems as though she went to go speak with some of her friends to connect me with a job, because I sat and I spoke with her. That's what she was like, hey, what are you looking for? What kind of job are you looking for? Because I was like, hey, I've been here for the last 2 weeks or so, and I've been working on my resume, filling out applications, going to interviews, having my eye on a particular company or two and stuff like that. And we started talking, and she was like, hey, I think I could help. I said, really? And I'm playing it by ear. Even for her to take the time just to even look on my behalf, I'm grateful for that. She didn't have to do that. She didn't know me from nowhere. I'm just some guy who said hello. But if it works out, that would have been, I was a guy who said hello to a stranger, struck up conversation, and she helped me. But what are we, 17 minutes in? Listen, I'm not going to keep this any longer. It's been long enough. But, I came in after, leaving from school, sat with a student, a fellow student in the parking lot, and she was a wealth of knowledge to me. Beautiful girl, nice girl, had a head on her shoulders, very motivated, very driven towards her education, towards her goals. And I came in and I started just tinkering and working away, and I started making a to-do list for tomorrow. And then, I already have my mind set on tomorrow morning. I'm going to get off of here now. Let me see what time it is. The time is 11:06. So I'm going to wrap it up with you all soon because I'm going to head into bed. But, my new goal now, one of my newest goals is to, when I wake up, I'm going to wake up earlier. Get up. I'm going to get up out of bed early. I'm going to start doing exercise. I'm going to start riding my bike. Get some food, wake up at 6 a.m., get something small to eat, maybe some push-ups, and go ride my bike for about an hour or so. Come in, jump in the shower, maybe make a formal breakfast, and get my day started. Move on with what it is. I'm to go head to the library, pound the pavement, as they say, whatever the case is, and move on. And that's just, starting your day off on a positive note. Starting your day off on a good note. You get some exercise in. You planned and prepared from the night before. You're probably I'm going to go over my to-do list just to have it in my mind. If anything that has come to mind, maybe I can add to it. And get out of here. Move on with the day. But going right back to the affirmation, man. We move toward and we become like that which we think about. I have not arrived. I'm just a guy who's coming into the realization of the potential of how capable I am of achieving so much. And let it be said now, before I am widely received, that all praise goes to the Most High God. I'm not a Bible thumper. Please don't hit exit on your web browser. Please don't do that. I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm just a guy who believes that I'm a man. I'm finite. I'm mortal. I'm a mortal man. I didn't slip, fall, and land here by myself and whoopsie daisy, I'm a success story. No. I'm solely dependent upon God. I need God to carry me everywhere I go to do everything that needs to get done. I need Him to hold my hand. I have no shame in saying that. I'm a man, and it, boom, ends there. We have this notion, especially here in America, Western ideology. Like, I'm a man, I can do everything, I can, well, hold on now, I don't know who you fooling, but I'm just a man, well, hold on, that's where it stops. I'm just a man. I believe in God, and, I give God His due credit because He's God. The hell? But, let me wrap it up, y'all. It's about time for me to go to bed. I probably might try to grab a little something small to eat. I feel a little peckish right now. Your brother is hungry right now, But, you all have a great night, and I'll speak with you all soon. God bless.